Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're talking about something that really affects every business, the secret to smoother systems and happier customers.
That's right. We're digging into friction.
Friction. It sounds simple, but it's like this invisible drag on everything, isn't it? Slows things down, impacts how happy your customers are, and ultimately your bottom line.
Absolutely. It's this unseen force. And today we want to explore how you can actually pinpoint it, get rid of it, and, well, see some pretty significant positive changes.
Okay, so let's start there. When we say friction, what are we actually talking about in a business context?
Yeah, good question. We can break it down into sort of three main buckets. First up is technical friction.
Right, the tech stuff?
Exactly. Think system performance issues like slow websites or apps, uh, maybe integration problems where your different software systems just don't play nice together.
Oh, yeah, we've all experienced that frustration, waiting for a page to load forever.
Definitely. It's
Yeah.
any technical barrier that just makes things clunky.
Okay, makes sense. What's the second kind?
The second one is process friction. This is more about how things get done.
How things work or don't work.
Precisely. Like really complicated workflows that nobody understands or instructions that are just unclear maybe for your team, maybe for your customers.
Ah, the endless forms and confusing steps.
You got it. Those inefficient procedures
Yeah.
that just seem designed to make life difficult.
Bureaucracy. Okay, so technical process, what's the third
So
one?
the third is experience friction. This is all about, the customer's perception. How does interacting with your business feel?
The user experience, basically.
Exactly. Confusing website navigation, getting different answers from different departments, inconsistent messaging, just a generally awkward or unsatisfying journey for the user. It leaves them feeling
Irritated.
irritated, yeah, annoyed more than valued.
Okay, technical glitches, process hurdles, and experience headaches. It feels like a lot to potentially untangle. Where do you even begin?
Well, the first really crucial step is preparing for what we call a friction audit. You can't just dive in randomly.
An audit, okay.
And a key part of that prep is getting the right team together. You need people from across the business.
Makes sense. Different viewpoints. Who should be on this friction-busting team?
You definitely want customer service folks. They hear the complaints day in, day out. Salespeople, too. They know where deals might stall.
Right.
Technical support obviously knows the product's technical weak spots. Product managers understand the intended versus actual usage.
Mm-hmm.
Customer success managers see the long-term picture. And someone from operations is vital for understanding those internal process snags.
So a really broad mix of perspectives. Okay, you've assembled the team. What's job number one?
Kick things off with a proper meeting. Sounds basic, but clarity is everything here.
Laying the groundwork.
Exactly. Define roles, who's doing what in this audit. Set clear objectives, what are we actually trying to achieve? Nail down a realistic timeline, set some milestones, and figure out how you're all going to communicate and share what you find.
Got it. Set the stage properly. So the team's briefed, ready to go. How do we actually start finding the friction?
Okay, step one of the audit itself. Customer journey mapping.
Mapping the journey. Tell me more.
This means you need to meticulously chart out every single interaction point a customer has with your business. From the very first moment they hear about you, all the way through to, hopefully, becoming a raving fan.
Every single step.
Every significant step, we usually break it down into stages. It starts with awareness,
How they find you. Marketing, ads.
right? Then consideration.
Mhm.
They're doing their research, comparing you, maybe using tools on your site.
Okay.
Then comes the purchase stage itself, checkout, payment, maybe signing a contract.
Transaction.
Yep. After that, onboarding. How do you welcome them? Is the setup easy? Is there training?
Crucial stage, that one.
Very. Then you have ongoing usage, their day-to-day interaction, support requests, adopting new features, and finally, ideally, advocacy.
Where they recommend you leave reviews.
Exactly. Referrals, testimonials, maybe engaging in your community.
Wow, that's a really thorough map. So what's the actual task when looking at each of these stages?
The exercise is often to create a detailed spreadsheet or use a mapping tool. For every touch point within these stages, you need to describe what happens.
Okay.
Identify which department owns it, outline the current process, how it actually works now,
Hmm.
note any known issues you're already aware of, and, critically, pull in any customer feedback you have that relates specifically to that point.
So you're matching the process to the feedback.
Yes, the real insight comes from asking at each point, where are people getting stuck? Where are they complaining, even subtly? Where's the effort level high? Those are your friction points.
You're basically putting yourself in the customer's shoes, documenting the journey, warts and all.
Exactly. Warts and all is a good way to put it.
So we've mapped this landscape. What comes after that?
Okay, next step, data collection and analysis.
Hmm.
The journey map gives you the structure, the where. Now you need data to understand the how bad and why.
Right, evidence.
And you need both kinds, quantitative and qualitative, numbers and stories.
Okay, let's break that down. Quantitative first. What kind of numbers are we talking about?
Think metrics, customer satisfaction scores, or CSAT. That tells you happiness with specific interactions.
Okay.
Your Net Promoter Score, NPS, that's about loyalty, how likely they are to recommend you.
The 0 to 10 question.
That's the one. Then, time to resolution for support issues. Cart abandonment rates if you sell online. Feature adoption rates are people actually using the things you build.
Good point.
And another useful one is customer effort score, basically. How easy or hard did you make it for them to do something?
So lots of hard numbers, but they tell you what's happening, maybe not why, right?
Exactly. That's where qualitative data comes in. It adds the context, the why.
Like talking to people.
Yep. Direct customer interviews are gold. Analyzing support tickets, what are the recurring themes? Running user testing sessions, actually watching people try to use your stuff.
You see where they stumble.
Precisely. Also, reading open-ended survey responses, monitoring social media mentions, even listening to sales call recordings can give you huge insights.
Okay, so we're gathering all this info from different places. How do we, make sense of it all without getting overwhelmed?
Good point. It really helps to create a centralized dashboard. Pull your key metrics together in one place.
A single source of truth.
Sort of, yeah. For performance, track things like system response times, uptime, hopefully automated monitoring covers this. For satisfaction, keep an eye on CSAT and NPS from your surveys.
Right.
For efficiency, track metrics like time to value for new customers or how quickly you resolve issues that often comes from process tracking. And for engagement, look at feature usage, interaction frequency from your analytics tools.
Having that overview dashboard sounds critical. Okay, data collected, analyzed. What's the next logical step in this audit?
Now it's time for friction point documentation. You need to formally log everything you found. Create a comprehensive friction log.
Log everything. What needs to go in this log for each friction point?
Okay, for each one, a clear description. What is the problem? How does it impact the customer? How often does it happen? How bad is it?
The basics.
Yep. Then, crucially, the business impact. Try to estimate potential lost revenue or the risk of churn. How much resource does it drain? Does it hurt your brand reputation?
Quantifying the pain.
Exactly. And finally, a root cause analysis. Why does this friction exist? Is it tech limitation? A broken process? A bad policy? Maybe a skills gap on the team?
Getting to the real source, is there a standard format for this log?
A simple template works wonders. Columns for friction point description, category technical process experience, impact level, maybe high, medium, low, the root cause analysis details, and then a priority score, say 1 to 10.
Okay, a priority score. That leads nicely into the next challenge. You might end up with a long list of these documented friction points. How do you decide what to fix first? You can't do it all at once.
Absolutely not. That's where the next critical step comes in, prioritizing friction points. And a really helpful tool for this is a priority matrix.
A matrix, okay.
Yeah, you evaluate each friction point against 3 main criteria. Assign a score, maybe 1 to 5, for each one.
And what are these 3 criteria?
First is the impact score. How much positive change will fixing this bring? Think customer satisfaction, revenue, resource savings, growth potential. High impact gets a higher score.
Makes sense. What's second?
Second is the effort score. How hard is it going to be to implement a fix? Consider complexity, cost, time, people needed, any dependencies. Here, lower effort is better, so a 1 might be easy, a 5 very hard.
Right, effort required. And the third criterion?
Third is strategic value. How well does fixing this align with your bigger business goals? Does it offer long-term benefits? A competitive edge? Does it help you scale? Higher strategic value gets a higher score.
Impact, effort, strategic value. Got it. We score each friction point on these 3. Then what? How do we combine those scores?
We use a formula to calculate an overall priority score. A common way is something like impact A0.4 plus strategic value A0.4 plus 1 effort is 0.2.
Okay, break that down. Why those weights?
Well, you weight impact and strategic value more heavily, 40% each here, because they're generally the most important drivers.
Right.
For effort, you use the inverse, 1 divided by effort score, because less effort is actually better for prioritization, especially for quick wins. That gets a smaller weight, maybe 20%.
So high impact, high strategic value, and low effort gets the highest overall priority score.
Exactly. It gives you a ranked list, helping you focus your energy where it matters most first.
That's a really smart, data-driven way to prioritize. Okay, we have our rank list. Now we need to actually do something. What's the next step?
Now you build your action plan. Translate that prioritized list into concrete steps. A really effective way to structure this is using implementation waves.
Implementation waves. Tell me more.
Think of it like grouping your fixes. Wave 1 is for your quick wins. These are the high-impact, high-strategic value items that scored low on effort.
The low-hanging fruit.
Exactly. Stuff you can implement relatively quickly, often with clear solutions and few dependencies. Get some momentum going.
Nice. What about wave 2?
Wave 2 is for strategic projects. Still high impact and value, but maybe medium effort. These need more planning, more resources, but you should see a clear ROI. Complexity is manageable.
Okay, more involved, but still very worthwhile. And wave 3?
Wave 3 covers your long-term initiatives. These are the big ones. High impact, high strategic value, but also high effort. They might need significant investment, involve complex dependencies, but they're crucial for the long haul.
So quick wins first, then strategic projects, then the big long-term stuff. It phases the work logically. Okay, the plan is mapped out in waves. How do we actually design and implement the solutions for these friction points?
Right, now we're into implementing solutions. This starts with a solid solution design process. First step, brainstorming.
Getting ideas on the table.
Yeah, for each friction point, generate lots of potential solutions. Think outside the box. Involve the relevant stakeholders, the people who understand the problem or will use the solution. Don't shut down ideas too early.
Okay, lots of ideas. How do you pick the right one?
Then comes solution evaluation. You need to rigorously assess each promising idea. What resources does it need? Time, money, people? What's the likely timeline? What's the expected impact on the friction? And importantly, what are the potential risks?
Weighing the pros and cons.
Exactly. Based on that evaluation, you choose the best path forward. Then you move into implementation planning. This is where you create a detailed project plan. Allocate resources, set a timeline, define milestones, and figure out how you'll mitigate those risks you identified.
Sounds like standard project management, really.
It is, but applied specifically to these friction fixes. And when you implement, it helps to have a framework.
A framework for implementation, like
Often you'll start with a pilot phase. Roll out the solution to a small controlled group first.
test the waters.
Precisely. Define clear success metrics for the pilot. Get lots of feedback from that group. Make adjustments based on what you learn.
Smart. Don't go big bang straight away.
Right. Then, assuming the pilot works, you move to the rollout phase. This should still be planned, maybe phased across different teams or customer segments. Communication is key here. Tell people what's happening, provide training, have support ready.
And after the rollout?
Then you're in the monitoring phase. Keep tracking those metrics you defined earlier. Continue gathering feedback. Make ongoing tweaks to optimize the solution. And definitely document what you learned through the whole process.
Okay, solutions are rolling out. Hopefully things are improving. But how do we know for sure? How do we measure success effectively?
Yeah, measuring success is absolutely critical. You need to track relevant key performance indicators, or KPIs.
Right, the metrics we talked about earlier.
Yeah, but now you're tracking them post-implementation to see the change. Group them logically. You've got customer-focused KPIs, CSAT, NPS, customer effort score, maybe time to value. Are customers happier and finding things easier?
Makes sense.
Then operational KPIs. Are your internal processes more efficient? Are you using resources better? Are error rates down? Are response times faster?
Internal improvements.
Yep. And finally, business impact KPIs. Is revenue growing? Are you keeping more customers? Are referrals up? Have you saved costs? These show the bottom line benefit.
So tracking across customer, operational, and business levels, how do you make sure this tracking happens consistently?
You need a good monitoring system. This isn't just about dashboards, it's about rhythm. Schedule regular reviews, maybe weekly checks on implementation progress, monthly reviews of KPI impact, quarterly strategic check-ins, and maybe a big annual review.
Different cadences for different levels of detail.
Right. And you need strong feedback loops. Keep those channels open for customer feedback surveys, comments, social media. Actively solicit input from your employees. They often see friction first. Use automated monitoring where you can, and keep stakeholders updated.
It really sounds like this isn't a one-and-done project, is it? It's ongoing.
Absolutely. That's the key takeaway, really. You need to build a continuous improvement process.
Keep the momentum going. How?
Conduct regular audits. Maybe those quarterly friction reviews we mentioned. Actively look for new friction points. Things change. Assess if your old solutions are still working. Always be hunting for ways to improve processes.
And keep the team involved.
Hugely important. Focus on team engagement, regular training refreshers, share best practices, what's worked well. Celebrate the wins when you reduce friction. And really encourage innovation. Make it safe for people to suggest improvements.
So how do you actually build that kind of friction-aware culture?
And it starts with employee training. Everyone needs to understand what friction is, why it matters, and how they can help spot it and fix it. Focus on customer experience, continuous improvement mindset.
Get everyone speaking the same language.
Exactly. And establish clear communication channels. Make it easy for people to report friction they see. Use team meetings to discuss it openly. Share success stories widely. Maybe even set up forums specifically for brainstorming friction-busting ideas.
This has been incredibly insightful. Okay, for someone listening right now feeling motivated, what are some concrete first steps they could take, like tomorrow?
Great question. You can definitely start small and build. First, maybe schedule that kickoff meeting with just a few key people.
Get the ball rolling.
Yep. Second, try mapping out just one core customer journey. Don't boil the ocean. Third, look at what data collection systems you already have and maybe identify one gap.
Okay.
Fourth, create a basic friction documentation template. Doesn't have to be perfect. Fifth, maybe schedule a short team training on just the concept of friction.
Simple steps.
Absolutely. Sixth, look for one, maybe two really obvious quick win solutions you could implement fast. Seventh, set up a recurring meeting, even if it's short, just to talk about friction. And eighth, maybe sketch out a very simple monitoring dashboard with just 2 or 3 key metrics.
So lots of small, actionable things.
Yes. The key is consistency and just starting. Build that systematic habit of looking for and addressing friction.
It really drives home that this isn't just about minor tweaks. Identifying and removing friction, it's fundamental for growth, for customer happiness, for making the whole operation run better.
Couldn't agree more. When you actively hunt down and fix friction, you're not just solving little problems. You're genuinely paving the way for smoother systems, much happier customers, and you create this positive cycle that really fuels long-term success.
Fantastic way to think about it. So for you listening, maybe the question to ponder is, what's the very first friction point you're going to investigate? Thanks for taking this deep dive with us today.